Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. The national spotlight is on MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. All right, Singy, this guy's been tearing it up at the plate, leading the entire league in batting average.
He's really making it look easy out there, Boo. Poised, patient, and hitting to all fields. Looking forward to seeing him in action in this one.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about to get underway. And today's starting pitcher, Jake Arrieta. Not the best results a year ago, looking for better this season, Chris.
Yeah, really struggled last year, and it was one of those seasons that you just want to flush. But I think you have to remember and take the opportunity when you do struggle to really look yourself in the mirror, identify what went wrong, and make improvements. And I have no doubt that that's what this guy did in the offseason to prepare himself to come back and to be one of the best bounce-back players in the league. We'll see today. He'll have a real opportunity to prove a lot of people wrong.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, we see it a lot more these days than we ever did when I played, but a slider in the 90s still catches your attention. Even if you're sitting on the pitch, good luck recognizing that bite spin and adjusting to the late break.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Check swing called strike. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One out, base is empty.
Two.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Turns and fires to Betts. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He circles the bases. His first homer of the year. It's 1-0. He kept swinging and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious. He stayed on it and got all of it.
One out, base is empty. Mike Piazza steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
So up next, Duke Snider. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And next for L.A., Gil Hodges. Swing and a miss.
1-2.
Piazza leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next pitch is outside.
2-2.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two outs. And that's downstairs. And the count is filled up.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner in the scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
First and second, 2 outs. Max Muncy steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the second and final game of the series.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
2 on, 2 outs. That one almost got him. This ball's chopped on the ground. Turner puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back here with my pal Singy, and starting in this one, Shohei Ohtani. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Here's the center fielder, Kyle Tucker. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Here's the veteran second baseman. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Got him looking. 1 gone here.
Batting third, the left
Williams, the next cup to hit. And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Man at first, one away. Almost got him. And it remains 2-2. Here comes a pitch. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting fourth, the right fielder.
Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Sammy Sosa.
Sosa.
Fought off foul. Now this is in the air down the line. Edman sprinting for this one. Into the dive, and he got it.
One of the most fun and exciting things you can do as an outfielder. You lay out, you make a diving catch, and you end the inning. That gets the team fired up in the dugout.
Top of the second, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Teoscar Hernandez. Slides, but he can't come up with it.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Yeah, here comes Tommy Edman. Next offering is in for a strike. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Nobody out, runner at first. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And that one is downstairs. Ball 3. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. The 1-1. Fastball for a strike. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. First and second, no outs here at the top of the second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead. Go ahead, Singy, say it helps his cause.
Helps his cause. Get that guy a jacket. He might be standing out there for a little while.
So the lineup flips over, and stepping in is the speedy Jackie Robinson. Bunting for a hit. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Now batting.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's Mookie to hit. The Dodgers threatening. Next pitch is outside.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
The 2-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something. But you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Now all even up. And Mookie takes.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Out to center. On his way over. Makes the grab. And there's one down. In there safely. It's 3-zip.
Now batting. Catcher Mike Piazza.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Mike Piazza.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here.
In the air, right field. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sac fly, and they lead by 4.
So many times that one gets out of here and into the seats, but he'll take the sac fly RBI. Good job to get that run in from third.
Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Duke Snider.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Robinson off of first with 2 away. Pitch misses, and it's 2-2. There goes Jackie. Pitch misses in. Safe at second, and that was not close. And down on strikes. They limit the damage here. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs nothing. Here at Wrigley Field, we head to the bottom of the second. So up now for Chicago, Justin Turner. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. And that's going to get into the corner. Around first, heading for 2. And the bottom of the second starts with a double.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. And it's second. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday. Another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya. One out and a runner at second. That one a little bit high, and now it's 3-2. Ohtani, he's kind of interesting. You know, when you dig into the tendencies, he does a good job of limiting the hits, but the walks continue to be a problem. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Batting 8, the third baseman, Gage Workman.
Gage Workman digs in now. In the dirt. Is it fair to say that a guy that sometimes will struggle with walks, that's the type of guy that is going to be inconsistent because the command isn't there?
Yeah, and
now this one gets through. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out. Gage Workman with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
And here is Jake Arrieta. Late on that fastball. Max Scherzer is a good example of that. A guy in Detroit, it took him a while to figure out how to control, how to command, and now he throws it where he wants to pretty much all the time. Swings and misses. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. 2 left on. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at the friendly confines. Top half of the third inning. And the batter now, Gil Hodges.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That one 95 to finish him off.
The third baseman.
Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That one missed. Down and in, moved his feet. Outside, and that is ball 4.
A great back and forth and that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Ball 3.
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ben Brown up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Hangs on to the foul tip. That's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Tommy Edman at the plate. Hard hit to third. They get the force, and the inning is over. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and one left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Kyle Tucker. So now here's Kyle Tucker. Tucker, former 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft by the Astros. This guy's turned into a whale of a player.
1-2.
Tucker hits for power. He's got 30 homer power, but the strikeout rate is under 20%.
Ball. 2-2.
2-2. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. In the air, out towards right center. Snyder settles under it. Hauls it in for the out. One away. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. High fly ball out towards left center. Hernandez ranging after it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
On the corner for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Hard hit, left field, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, right fielder,
Sammy Sosa, the next Cub to hit. Swinging a foul straight back. Williams off of first with 2 away. Stays alive. One and 2 now. In the dirt. Miss, struck him out, and that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 3 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs nothing. Back here at Wrigley Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Jackie Robinson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fouls one off. 2-2. And down on strikes he goes. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Here's Mookie now. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Just off the outside edge, and a count 2-1.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Mike Piazza waiting to bat for the Dodgers.
Full count.
Two down, nobody on. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That can be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spit off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times.
Digging in, Mike Piazza. And that's down and away. Duke Snider up next for the Dodgers. That one ripped. And foul ball. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still manages a throw. Third out. So the Dodgers leave one, but they lead it 4-0. And we're back.
Leading up
batter
for the Cubs
will be Justin
the first
Turner.
baseman, Justin Turner.
Ball.
You know, these Cubs, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this
The
one.
batter,
Don't
number
want to
7.
wake a team up with the free pass.
Dansby Swanson stands in.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
Right through there for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The shortstop takes the ball. Runner at first with no outs here. Swings here and blasts one left field. Way back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. His first homer of the year, and they close the gap. It's 4-2.
When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
Here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya. Next offering in there for a strike. Yeah, the count 1-2.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking, and he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Now batting, third baseman
Gage Workman will hit next.
Workman.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Blake Trinan getting ready to go. Vesia warming up as well. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
The pitcher, number 49.
Jake Arrieta now at the plate.
Arrieta.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Cubbies edge closer on this long ball. It's now 4-2. This is MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Coming up, we head to the 5th.
Now pitching for
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Tyson Miller.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
The center fielder.
Now here is Duke Snider. This one in the air. Swanson makes the grab, 1 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Gil Hodges steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. That misses the zone. Now 2-2. That's inside.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
The batter, the third baseman.
Muncy digs in.
Muncy.
Two outs, base is empty. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Sosa sizing this one up. And that is that. So they make short work of them there. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs 2.
Now pitching for
back now
Los
to
Angeles.
Start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound. Alex Vesia.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a breaking ball misses outside.
Full count.
King Tuck goes down on strikes.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it
Now
was a ball, whatever, but
number
just the
23.
location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Now it's the second baseman. To the right side. Robinson whips it to first. Home man for the 5th inning, moving
Now
along.
batting,
2 quick
the
outs.
left fielder, Billy Williams.
And next for the Cubs, Billy Williams. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Next pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Singy, one of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value? And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Still down by a count of 4-2. Back here at the friendly confines. Here's Teoscar Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Ahoy. 1-2.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He sends it out of here. His first homer of the year. It's 5-2.
Look at that pure reaction. Fastball up and in. Not an easy pitch to get to, but because it was just a reflex, he didn't have time to get long with this swing.
And now the right fielder, Tommy Edman. Right through there for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And now 2-2.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. That's off the inside corner, and the count's full. Three and two. The pitch is outside, and ball four. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog. Very humble guy, and on the field, off the field, and he goes about his at-bats in that way, Boog. He's just trying to stay with the plan, and that plan is hit the ball to left center field, drive the ball that way, let it travel.
Yep.
These Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Tyson Miller departs. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Porter Hodge.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the second baseman, Jackie Robinson. Here's a high chopper, but it kicks foul. Next pitch is outside. Edman stands at first with 1 out. Right side. Brings it in, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie Betts now. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
That misses, and that's ball 3.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Mike Piazza waiting to bat for the Dodgers. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 5-2. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Blake Trinan.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Sammy Sosa.
The right fielder, Sammy Sosa.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Over to first.
He's out.
Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Well, big power guy right there, generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
So now Turner in on that right side. The Cubs trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Now a fly ball to right center. Edman in position. Makes the catch. 2 away now.
Now pitching for
Anthony Banda is forced to the mound after the injury. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Banda.
So digging in, Dansby Swanson.
Shortstop.
We talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Nothing happening there for the Cubs, and the deficit remains 5-2. We go to the top of the 7th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mike Piazza. And that is downstairs. And now 3-1.
1 strike.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Into center. It gets down a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Duke Snider. Swing and a tapper to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
First and second, no outs. Gil Hodges getting ready to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off. Piazza at second. Snyder on at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
The third baseman of the first.
Here's Max Muncy.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Yep.
Squirts away a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball.
In the dirt, but kept close.
Full count.
Two on, 1 out. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Well, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in place somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That misses the zone. Ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
2-2.
Next pitch is outside.
Full count.
Tommy Edman up next for the Dodgers. And with 2 outs and the count full, the runners will be on the move. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
A real bad time for a walk. You're trailing in this ball game, trying to keep things close. They've been in a difficult spot, and things aren't getting any easier.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Porter Hodge will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
on the mound now,
Cubs,
Ryan Brazier.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Two outs, bases full. Now it's the right fielder, Tommy Edman. Two outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Bottom of the 7th. So up now for Chicago, Miguel Amaya. The Cubbies in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Movement in the Cubs bullpen. Lee Smith up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. That one just misses, and the count is even 2-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
3-2. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
And now it's switch hitting third baseman Gage Workman. And a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
That one's in there. 1-2. Two down, nobody on. On the ground, right side. He takes it on his own. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Cubs are down quietly. They trail at 5-2.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the
46.
8th. Lee Smith. He's making his second appearance of the season. The Dodgers going with a pinch hitter, Will Smith.
Number 16.
Pretty surprised they're going with a pitcher off the bench here, Boog. I mean, they must be trying to save what they have left in terms of position players for later or something.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to first, and they get the out on Smith.
Now batting, second baseman, Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson digs in now. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Up next to the Dodgers.
Here's Mookie now.
Betts.
And it's fouled away. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Offense held in check there. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Cubs 2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And now the center fielder, Kyle Tucker.
The center fielder, Kyle.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Now a pop-up on the infield. One down.
Now batting, number 23.
Now the number 2 hitter. Missed with a changeup. Now 2 balls and a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Eric Gagne, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. There's a strike at the knees. It's 2-2. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Here's the left fielder, Billy Williams.
The left fielder.
Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. Sammy Sosa up next.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
They must have been looking for something else, because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat. One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 2. Two outs. He swings and fouls one off. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 43.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Mike Piazza now at the plate. And misses inside. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Ben Brown up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Two now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
The batter, the center fielder,
Duke Snider steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. Bases empty, one away here at the top of the 9th. He goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. This is his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Gil Hodges steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In the air to left center. Tucker on the move. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Nothing across here this half. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Cubs 2. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Eric Gagne.
Now pitching
he comes in with a chance for his 2nd save of the season.
38, Eric Gagne.
Here's Justin Turner.
Leading off for the Cubs, the first baseman, Justin Turner.
Swing and a bouncer. Whips it to first.
That's an out.
And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many
Shortstop,
highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
He's 2 outs away. Swanson will hit next. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Swing and a miss, splitter in the dirt. Throw to first, out on the drop third strike, 2 gone.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
1 out left for the Cubs. And here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that drops foul. Gagne is just 1 strike away.
2-2.
That misses the zone. It's 2-2. And that one missing low. Got him, and that's the ball game.
These 2-game series have a different feel. There's kind of an urgency. So to come in and take both games, sweep the series, feels really good. You kind of wish that it was a 3- or 4-game series when you're this hot.
And your final score, 5-2. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. We'll see you soon for the next Game of the Week.